Hello, 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 and I'm here for some awesome game day bingo. I'm super excited to be here with you guys live as I'm going to be streaming live on the Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, shooting out some messages. If you do send a message into one of those streams, I'll shoot you out some luck as you get after this awesome bingo playing day. In these games that we're getting enrolled to right now, we're working on some nice prizes like a minor jackpot of $88 you could take home in 52 balls or less, a major prize of $1,598 you could take home in 49 balls or less, and a mega jackpot of $10,000 that you could take home in 45 balls or less. We'll be seeing who can take home these nice jackpot prizes as we get these balls dropping in this game number one, a game day bingo. As we work on these jackpot prizes, I want to talk about our jackpot winners, as we've given out 25 jackpots over the last 7 days and 455 jackpots during this season 14, as we saw a total of 3 jackpots go out on our lovely Monday. And that first jackpot to go out on Monday was the largest jackpot that we've seen go out in a few weeks, as Diva over at the Medford Liquor Store took home $55,416. It was an awesome jackpot going out to him. We even got an awesome player picture from you taking home that awesome jackpot prize, as we posted that on our social media page, showing off your lovely smiling face with that awesome jackpot message. Good job to a Diva taking home that awesome prize of $55,000. I mean, that was a lot of fun to see go out on that mega. We also saw a nice major jackpot go out in Game Day Bingo yesterday of $7,378. And that went out to Bingo Boss over at American Legion Owatonna. Great job to you, Bingo Boss. As we saw one final jackpot go out on that Monday, as Grumpy won over at Cowboy Jack's Bloomington took home $759. Definitely great prizes going out there, leading to 455 now total jackpots for this season 14. It's definitely been a fun season. But in this game number one of Game Day Bingo that we're playing right here, it looks like we'll be working on some Musco prizes, as that minor, major, and mega jackpot will just be rolling on over to our game number two. We'll see who can take home $9.50 on our Musco, as we right now have Julski one ball away. They've been leading the charge for a while now. We'll see if they can get that lucky ball to drop before any other players joins up and steals that nice prize away from them. As we wait to see who takes home, wait, actually, we do have our winner, Julski, over at VFW Spring Lake Park. Thought it might have take a little longer, but $9.50 going out to you. Great job in this game number one, a game day bingo, as we'll now be getting enrolled into a game number two with that minor prize, clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, getting more exciting as we continue to play these games. So don't miss out as we keep on getting after this awesome game day bingo action. But if you love playing Pilot Games, a great way to stay up to date with all things Pilot Games is give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games and then click on our logo. You'll then be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also click that website link at the very top of that Facebook page, which is our link tree that has links to our bar locations where you can play Pilot Games, our social medias like Twitter and Instagram, and even more there as well. So just the hub of all things Pilot Games, a click away for you guys as you search us up on Facebook. Definitely some great stuff there as you guys can stay up to date and know exactly when and where to play that awesome bingo, as it definitely gives you some good information. Wow. Maybe you're trying to pick where you want to play in your lunchtime bingo. You can find out where those top locations are, or maybe some of that happy hour bingo, which top locations play a lot of great bingo there. It's always a lot of fun, so make sure you're checking out that social media pages to stay up to date with all things Pilot Games. We do have just 1 minute and 1 minute to get enrolled into this game number two of Game Day Bingo. Minor prize is now hit $100 as we are getting enrolled, so don't miss out as we keep on getting after it in this great game. As we're getting after it, I would like to highlight our great bingo schedule. As right now we're in our second game of Game Day Bingo, as we'll be playing Game Day Bingo from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. I'm usually here during these 12 games every Monday through Friday, as we try and give out that minor, major, and a mega prize. Right now, minor prizes at 54 balls or less, major prizes at 49 balls or less, and mega prizes at 45 balls or less. At 1 p.m., we'll be switching over to some unhosted bingo, and that first unhosted game will be a one singular game of Lucky Four bingo. Well, you'll have a shot at $85,167, a great opportunity there. From 1 all the way till 4 p.m., you'll get after Game Day Bingo once again, getting after whatever those prizes leave off at after we finish off this awesome Game Day Bingo from 12 to 1. At 4 p.m., you'll get your second opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo, another shot at $85,000, as that is the largest jackpot that will be available today. From 4 to 6, I'm going to be back once again playing some Skull Bingo with you guys, as we have a line prize of $1,241 you could take home in 10 balls or less, a large frame prize of $3,166 you could take home in 43 balls or less, and a coverall of $53,410 you could take home in 50 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun in Skull Bingo, especially with that line prize at over $1,200. It's going to be a blast to see which one of our players take that one home, as we usually give out that line prize multiple times during our 4 to 6 time of Skull Bingo. But it took a while last night, and we were not able to give it out till it grew on over to the great opportunities today, as $1,200 is not a normal prize on that line. So make sure you guys are coming right out at 4 p.m. for some of that awesome Skull Bingo, as I'll be coming back out for some of that awesome action as well. Then, right at 6 p.m., you'll be playing your final opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo. Your final shot at $85,000 if it didn't go out at 1 or at 4 p.m. Should be a lot of fun as this will be your final 6 p.m. opportunity of Lucky 4 Bingo. As that 6 p.m. opportunity, we'll be switching on over to a little bit of Pilot Payday action. As we play Pilot Payday every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m., replacing that Lucky 4 Bingo with a great $2,500 must go prize and only 10 cents a card to get after it. So it's definitely a lot of fun. Make sure you try that Pilot Payday, 6 p.m. every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But tonight, 6 p.m. will be that Lucky 4 Bingo that will lead you into some game day bingo, running from 6 all the way till 6:40, as it will be interrupted. That normal 6 to 10 game day bingo will be interrupted with a PGL specialty night tonight. Before I talk about that awesome specialty night, we do have Reeds over at the Old Piper in Blaine taking home a nice Musco prize of $9.20. Great job to you, Reeds, in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo, as we'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 3, with that minor prize clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less, continuing to get it more exciting as we play these awesome games. But back to the live bingo schedule that I was just talking about as you guys get enrolled in the next 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Game Day Bingo will run from 6 to 6:40. At 6:40, you'll get into MegaSota Game Night. Now, this will be unhosted this week as Tony and Nikki will not be able to make it to the studio, but you could still come out and take home some huge PGL points and prizes as it ends off with an amazing Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale with $15,768 on the line that you could take home in 54 balls or less. Definitely a lot of fun. Make sure you guys are coming out for a Mega Soda Game Night as it gets going 6:40 every single Tuesday. There will be another specialty night tomorrow night as I am going to be live for that awesome specialty night, Wild Wednesday. That goes from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Me and Jordy should be there giving out a bunch of PGL points and some great prizes. My favorite game is actually the very first game of that Wild Wednesday at 7 p.m., where it is the high-low matchup, where the best players in the state take home some top-tier prizes, but the worst players in the state take home some top-tier prizes as well. You just don't want to find yourself in the middle of that game as those players, they don't win any prizes. But it's definitely a lot of fun, the little switch up where the best and the worst take home some good prizes as you guys play some awesome PGL action on those nights. Megasota Game Night, 6:40 every Tuesday, and Wild Wednesday, 7 p.m. every single Wednesday. Obviously, one of those nights are happening tonight. And if you want to earn some points to get into those top standings for the PGL action, sign up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. We have just 45 seconds to get enrolled into this game number 3. $118 available on that minor prize at 56 balls or less. $1,623 on that major prize at 49 balls or less, and a mega prize of $10,000 you could take home in 45 balls or less. As you guys get after in this game number 3 of Game Day Bingo, I would like to talk about some national days. First up on our national day list is Krampusnacht. On December 5th, adults celebrating Krampusnacht seek to punish misbehaving children. This not so jolly holiday is also referred to as Krampus Night. Yeah, I've seen the horror movie that's depicted this, which was definitely an interesting take. I never knew that it was actually a national day or anything like that, but definitely a funny one on today. A little bit less joyous of a day than Christmas, as this one is more about punishing those bad kids. Definitely a weird one on today. Has It's definitely a weird one. We'll see if we can find out a little bit more about it, as it's a half goat half demon monster that punishes misbehaving children at Christmas time. Definitely a weird one on today. uh Celebrate Krampus Notch on today, as it's also known as Krampus Night, as punish those misbehaving children on today. I don't feel like you need to do that, but if you want to celebrate today, maybe go for it. I don't know. We got 40 balls dropped in this game number 3 of Game Day Bingo. We got player Jerry C right now, 6 balls away. We'll see if they can take home this nice prize as we now have more players joining up with them. Next up on our National Day list, we have World Soil Day. World Soil Day highlights the importance of healthy soil. It's also a day to advocate for the sustainable management of soil resources. Definitely an important one on today as soil keeps our, earth healthy. And so it's definitely an important one to celebrate as one of the biggest concerns for our environment is soil degradation. Degradation is when the soil health declines due to improper use or poor management. Most Americans are familiar with the with what happens during the Great Depression. Dust storms were a frequent occurrence. Soil erosion caused these massive dust storms. Through the years, farmers in this country learned their lesson. They began to practice better soil management. We do have $17 getting split up on our Musco prize here, as Sean as well as Frogger are going to be splitting up that nice Musco of $17 as we now get enrolled into a game number 4 of Game Day Bingo. In this game number 4, that minor prize will be clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less, getting more exciting as we get after it. Still have that 49 ball or less major prize and 45 ball or less mega prize. But a super important one on today as we want to keep our soil nice and healthy. Uh, all around the world. And so that's why we celebrate it on today, World Soil Day. Next up on our National Day list, we have National Repeal Day. This commemorates the day Prohibition ended in the United States. Prohibition grew out a practice of moderation rooted in the Protestant church in America. By the 1830s, consumption of alcohol, especially hard spirits, was affecting the nation. Most participants were male. Those who joined the temperance movement saw alcohol as the root to all evil. The movement took hold at the time when and the country was debate ethics and there's debating a lot of ethics and more were a lot of things were changing during the time and the shift of the view of alcohol used in moderation was eradicated and yeah, and went into effect in 1920. There was a big loss of all those brewers and bars, and definitely a big one on today, as the alcohol was able to come back into the United States. Definitely a big one on National Repeal Day. 140 seconds to get enrolled into this next game. Next up on this National Day list is a awesome one, World Trick Shot Day. Get ready for World Trick Shot Day on the first Tuesday of December. World famous Harlem Globetrotters, the originators of the trick shot, bring this celebration to give enthusiastics a chance to showcase their most impressive shots. Definitely a great one on today. Trick shots are super fun. I loved doing different trick shots as a kid, getting into intense horse matchups, and you just do these random shots, especially during actually the craziest I ever got with trick shots and, competing in pig was actually when COVID was happening and I'd moved back in with my parents, and it was me and my 3 brothers and my 3 siblings, I should say. I have 2 brothers, and my me and my 2 brothers. We would go outside, and we had a little backyard hoop that we'd shoot basketballs on, and we just would randomly but to under both legs, left hand layup, throw it behind the backboard, and try and make it in. We actually got really impressive with our different trick shots we could do, especially my middle brother Ben, as he does production on a lot of our shows. He could complete some trick shots that I couldn't even physically attempt, as he could jump a little higher than I could, and so he could do a few different random trick shots that were almost impossible for me. But definitely a cool one on today. Trick shots are super fun. I always think about uh the group of guys that all did all those awesome trick shots, as I can't remember their names right now. As we are getting after in this game right here, waiting for our first ball to drop, as we'll see, waiting for it still to drop. It doesn't look like it's dropping for us, so we might have to move on to a blue screen for you guys. I'll be taking a quick break, but I'll be back in just a moment. Get after it in this game number 5 of Game Day Bingo. We did miss out on a game, a game number 4 of Game Day Bingo, and so I got to look up that winner that we had in that game, as we don't want to miss out on announcing any of those winners, as we still did give out a great prize in that one, as we saw a must go of $22 go out to RFK 2024 over at Newt's 46. Good job to you, taking home $22 in that game number 4. As we're now in this game number 5, as we get after in this game number 5, we'll be talking about our next national day. This one, International Volunteer Day for Economic and Social Development, also referred to as International Volunteer Day. December 5th celebrates people and organizations who volunteer their time and energy to improve the lives of others. Also, along with recognizing volunteers, this day also aims to invigorate volunteerism. Definitely an awesome one on today, as it is the holiday season. Volunteering becomes a super big thing on today, and you want to get out there and help as much as you can, as the winter times are some of those hard months for a lot of people in need. And so you definitely want to volunteer a little bit more on today if you're blessed, to live a, good life. Every act of volunteerism is an act of kindness in a way to pay it forward without expecting anything in return. In a gesture of peace and goodwill, volunteers genuinely understand the saying, it's more blessed to give than to receive. Have you ever wondered what our world would be like without volunteers? They often act as a voice for the voiceless. Volunteers lend a helping hand to those in desperate need. Volunteers keep charities and nonprofits going strong. Very big stuff here, as I know there's a bunch of charities that we support through Pilot Games, that they run a lot of their operations because of some awesome volunteers that are out there making sure that they can do the great work that they do out there. And so we definitely highlight a bunch of that on today, International Volunteers for Economic and Social Development Day. Next up is International Ninja Day. International Ninja Day recognizes the fascination associated with the history and pop culture of the ninja. Definitely a cool one on today. I've always been, a awesome prizes. 60 balls for that minor jackpot. We'll see if it goes out in this game as we have RFK 2024 getting after it. 2 balls away also for Jewel Ski as we have these final few balls to try and give out. Last opportunity right here at 60 balls as we will now be moving on to a Musco prize of $36.70. Good job to our players, whoever ends up taking home this Musco, as our jackpots continue to grow and roll. Should be a lot of fun. Traveler over at St. Patrick's Tavern will be taking home that $36.70 Musco prize. Good job, Traveler, as we now get enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo. This will be a game number 6 of Game Day Bingo with a minor prize at 62 balls or less. We have a high likelihood of giving out this nice prize in this game, so don't miss out on it. Next up on our National Day list and our final National Day, it is Bathtub Party Day. Bathtub Party Day encourages us all to skip the ordinary shower and linger in the tub instead. On December 5th, add some suds to the tub and pamper yourself. Definitely a great one on today. I haven't taken a bathtub in years, and so maybe I got to think about it on today. If I had a jacuzzi bathtub or something that actually could fit me, I would think about it. But living in apartments, I have never had a tub that could actually fit me properly, and so it would never work out right. So there's no bathtub, no baths in my future anytime soon. Maybe when I finally can build my own bathtub, if that ever happens where I can financially afford that. But definitely a cool one on today, as I know there's a lot of people that love a good bathtub. Maybe put some, some of the salts in there that can make it super nice, that can loosen up the muscles. I know that, bubble baths are always great, as I loved those as a kid, as you make different shapes on your hair, and that's always a great time. So maybe create a little bathtub party for your kids on today, or treat yourself to a bathtub on Bathtub Party Day. We do have a great partnership with our Minnesota Twins that I'd love to highlight, as we teamed up to make a great ETAB game with our Twins called Twins Win. You can even check out the Home Run Derby bonus round, where if you pick out the right lucky batter, you'll be taking home a Grand Slam prize. It's always a lot of fun playing that awesome ETAB game. So definitely check out Twins Win whenever you get a chance. But right now, we're playing a little bit of Wild Theme Game Day Bingo. And while you're playing this Game Day Bingo, you're earning points towards the top 10 Game Day Bingo standings. We'll start off with our top 10 players, as we start with a three-way tie in 10th between Brother Nate over at the Sportsman's Pub, Mikey Wins over the Clubhouse at Edinburgh, and Player over the Boulevard Tavern. Each one of them with 57,000 points in 10th. With 59,000 points in ninth place, we have Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven. Eighth place is Super D over at Shore 96 with 67,000 points. As Mad Dog over at Egan's Arms Public House sits in seventh with 68,000 points. 71,000 points for sixth place, Towley over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. As our fifth place player is Why Not Me over at Beatles Bar and Grill with 74,000 points. With 86,000 points in fourth place, we have Rock Rider over at the Incline Station Bowling Center, as Mike over at the Sherwood Lounge sits in third with 88,000 points. Now, with 98,000 points in second place, we have Mikey Mike over at the Old Piper Inn Blaine. And our number one player, the only player that's in the 100,000 point club, and they're already in the 200,000 point club with 216,000 points. It's Call Me Jen, playing at JR Mac. Great job to Call Me Jen, and really helping their location earn a ton of points as well. As we now move into the top 10 locations, we are working on some nice prizes here with some players in line to be able to take it home. 10th place, we start off with a two-way tie in these game day bingo locations with between VFW Blaine and Eagles of Watana, both with 115,000 points in 10th place. 139,000 points for ninth place, Shady's Railside, as the Sherwood Lounge sits in 8th with 143,000 points. 6th place, we got another two-way tie, both with 149,000 points, and that's Leo's Bar Newmarket and the Country Lounge. 5th place is the Boulevard Tavern with 161,000 points, as Old Piper Inn in Blaine sits in 4th with 176,000 points. Now, moving on to our top three locations, as our third place location is home to our number one player, Call Me Jen. JR Max sits with 254,000 points. With 296,000 points in second place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park, as our number one location has a slight lead, only 3,000 point lead on VFW Spring Lake Park. It's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in first place with 299,000 points. Great job to all of those players, as we've had a lot of fun giving out a bunch of wins. But we're giving out a great jackpot win here as we split up $249.59 between Mikey Wins as well as Jim D. Good job to you, Mikey Wins. Getting a nice win there should help you out in those standings, as you are currently right now in that 10th place tie. Hopefully get you, maybe secured into our standings there with that nice jackpot win. As you guys play these next two games of Game Day Bingo, I'll be taking a quick break, but I'll be back in a little bit to give out some more great prizes as well as announce the winners from the games I miss. Hello, guys, and I'm back for some more of this awesome game day bingo. We just have about 50 seconds to get enrolled into a game number, should be a game number 9 of game day bingo that we're getting enrolled into. Should be some great stuff, as we just finished up 2 great games of game day bingo, and I'd love to talk about our winners from those awesome games that we just finished up, as we saw a nice win go out to Sean over at the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls on that double must go in that game number 7, as $61 went out to Sean on that great game 7. Good job to you, as we also saw a great prize go out in game number 8, as we saw a Musco prize of $19.10 go out to Lola over at the shortstop Fridley. Good job to both of our winners, taking home some nice prizes in those games that I ended up missing out on, as we're now getting after it in these games right here. I'm only going to be here with you guys live for the next 4 games of Game Day Bingo, so hopefully we can give out a great jackpot in these next few opportunities. 56 balls or less for that minor prize, 49 balls or less for that major prize, and 45 balls or less for that mega. But if you guys aren't playing this game day bingo, may I suggest our e-tabs? We have over 70 different shareable e-tab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. I'd love for you to check them out. One of our new e-tab games is one of my personal favorites. It's called Wicked Seas. It's a pirate-themed e-tab game where you can find buried treasure in the treasure map bonus, or spin the helm to try and land on some great prizes in the wheel bonus. Either way, you're having a lot of fun playing that awesome e-tab game with a pretty sweet pirate monkey on it as well. It's definitely a great e-tab game, and we love highlighting that all of those awesome e-tabs that come out. I also like to highlight Winter Wolves as well, as that's a good e-tab game. Buku Bucks, another one of my personal favorites. Diesel Freaks as well. Definitely some great stuff there. But we did just announce a new e-tab that's going to be coming to you guys this Thursday, December 7th. Exciting new reveal. Get ready 2. Don your detective caps as Sherlock Holmes is hitting the bars on Thursday, December 7th. This ETAB adventure boasts not one, not two, but three fantastic bonus rounds. A wheel bonus where you can spin for a colossal prize that would even uh, leave Sherlock in awe. Sherlock's coins unlock a free play, expanding grid with sticky coins for endless mystery solving excitement. And the third bonus round, the Where's Watson Skill Challenge. Before we talk about that Where's Watson Skill Challenge, we do have BJM as well as Bender. They're splitting up that $26 Musco prize in that awesome game number 9. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 10 with that minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less, continuing to get more exciting as we play this awesome bingo. But in that third bonus round I was about to talk about in our new ETAB game, Sherlock Holmes, we have the Where's Watson Skill Challenge. Embark on a unique quest to hunt hidden objects, earn points, and climb statewide leaderboards. Definitely awesome stuff there. What sets this game apart is the optional Where's Watson Skill Challenge, which adds an extra layer of fun and competition. Hunt for clues, but fear not, it won't impact your pull tab game outcome. Let the game begin, and may the best sleuth prevail. It's definitely a great new ETAB game. We're super excited that we just announced it just 2 hours ago on our Facebook page, and we're hoping that you guys enjoy it as you play on this upcoming Thursday, as that's when it's coming out this Thursday. But as we are getting after in this awesome next game of Game Day Bingo, I do have some music history on today I'd like to highlight. And in 2004, the musical biopic Cadillac Records premieres in U.S. theaters. This stars Beyonce in the starring role as soul legend Etta James. Definitely a cool one there. This is a movie that I have not seen, but I would love to watch at some point as it looks very interesting. It's got a few different actors and actresses that I enjoy, as it's got Beyonce, Adrian Brody, I'm a fan of, Jeffrey Wright, Gabrielle Union, and others. Definitely an interesting one on today. I've not seen it, but I definitely would like to see it at some point as it came out in 2008. Also on today in music history in 2010, the cast of the show Glee performs on the reality competition show The X Factor. This is definitely a cool one on today, as both were hitting a peak popularity at the time, and so definitely was a huge little crossover right there between Glee and X Factor. We have just 25 seconds to get enrolled into our next game, 58 balls or less for this minor prize in this game 10. We also have that major prize of $1,811 at 49 balls or less, and that mega prize at $10,000 you can take home in 45 balls or less. Tonight we will be having a PGL specialty night, so if you plan on coming out for that MegaSota game night getting started at 6:40, sign up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. Pilot Gambling League members, they compete for points on those PGL specialty nights, but not just that, they also get access to insider information, which includes a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information in it. So sign up at pgl.world today, and I'll even get you highlighted in the new member spotlight. Those new members are Tams Malt 4, Jabber 469, Killian Rosie 89, Tag Danny Giddy, Bold Moves McGee, Marlin, L Pen 17, Drewski, Fro, as well as City Angel 80. Great job to all those players getting signed up at PGL.world. Can't wait to see you guys compete for some more PGL points on those awesome specialty nights coming up. Currently in those PGL top 10s, they sit like this, as 10th place is BNN over at Rumors Bar and Grill Mazeppa with 1,090,105 points. With 1,111,950 points in ninth place, we have Sherbert over at the Clubhouse at Edinburgh. Eighth place is OE50 over at the Stanchion Bar in Hamel with 1,184,415 points. With 1,202,425 points in seventh place, it's Mad Dog at the Still Wolf. Sixth place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill Maple Grove with 1,223,880 points. With 1,391,900 points in fifth place, it's Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato. Fourth place is Rakuda at the Alibi of Gilbert with 1,428,455 points. With 1,431,595 points in third place, it's Yak at the Stanchion Bar in Hamel. Second place is Drumski over at the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato with 2,033,924 points. And with 2,308,170 points in first place, it's Outlaw 21 over at the Boulevard Bar and Grill, Coon Rapids. Before I move on to the location side of our PGL standings, we should be giving out this nice must-go win here soon, as we got already a few players one ball away, as we work on this $21.30 must-go, and that $21.30 will be split between two different players. Brizo over at the Atomic Star Tavern, as well as Fish One over at Goodfellas in Lakeville. Good job to both of our winners splitting up that nice win in this game number 10 of Game Day Bingo, as we will now be getting enrolled into a game number 11 with that minor prize clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less. We'll see if we can finally give it out at 60 balls or less with just 2 minutes and 10 seconds to get enrolled into this upcoming game. As you guys get enrolled, I will be talking about the PGL location standings. Currently in 10th place, we have Malone's Bar and Grill in Maple Grove with 1,223,880 points. With 1,250,455 points in ninth place, it's O'Brien's Pub in Rice. Eighth place is Moe's in Mounds View with 1,279,820 points. With 1,301,025 points in seventh place, it's the Upper Deck Sports Bar in Brockway Township. Sixth place is the Super Bowl in Ramsey with 1,606,700 points. As our fifth place location is the Oleander Saloon in Mankato with 1,971,610 points. With 2,532,505 points in fourth place, it's the Boulevard Bar and Grill Coon Rapids. As our third place location is the Stanchion Bar in Hamel with 2,616,010 points. With 2,696,400 points in second place, it's the Alibi of Gilbert. As our number one location is the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato with 3,425,824 points. Great job to all of those players and locations earning a ton of points while playing that awesome PGL action. We definitely love seeing you guys take home some of those great wins while playing that awesome PGL specialty night action on Tuesday nights, 6:40 every Tuesday. That's tonight. And Wild Wednesdays that happen at 7 p.m. every single Wednesday. Obviously, one of those nights are themed after our Minnesota Wild, who have been on a good little stretch recently as they are now 8-10-4 on the season. Marco Rossi scored twice, and Matt Zuccarello had a goal and 2 assists for the Minnesota Wild, who had a 4-1 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks on Sunday. Matt Boldy also scored for Minnesota, which has won 3 in a row after firing Coach Dean Evison. The replacing him with John Hines. The Wild have had only scored 13 goals in 7 losing games, as that led to Evison's dismissal. In just 3 games, we have ended up scoring 3 goals already to our opponents. We've scored 13 goals in just 3 games to our opponents, only 3 goals. We've been on a hot stretch for our Minnesota Wild. And as Hines said, it's been a good week. And I think today they just continued to hammer home the way we want to play. Definitely some great stuff to hear. And we hope that our Wild can continue to have a great season, as this looks to be a turning point in the season as we try and continue our wins as we take on the Calgary Flames at 8 p.m. today. Should be a good matchup, as that matchup should be happening as you guys are playing a little bit of that great MegaSota game night action. And that Flames team is not bad either, as they're 10-11-3 on the year, as they have a very similar record to us, but we're definitely the hot team coming into it and even favored in Vegas odds. If you want to send some luck over to our Minnesota Wild, play the great E-Tab game, let's go Wild. Even check out that Slap Shot bonus round to see if you could take home some jackpot prizes. It's definitely a lot of fun as you guys are right now working on some nice jackpot prizes here. I'd like to remind you, if you take home a great jackpot prize, send in a player picture to us. We love seeing that a smiling face next to that jackpot message. Whether it's, that jackpot message, you holding your favorite E-Tab game, you just having a good time playing Pilot games. We love seeing those photos. Share them by directly messaging us on Facebook, by posting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games, or by even emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. Hopefully, you guys can see some of those great player pictures as we get enrolled into our final game of this happy hour. They'll be right under that hashtag Pilot Games, right under right next to me. But as we're coming down to the final few balls in this game right here, we're trying to give out that minor jackpot at 60 balls or less. We'll see if that happens right here, as we will be moving on now to a $29.60 must go, meaning that jackpot prize will be grown and rolling into our final game of this lunchtime bingo, a game number 12. But OE as well as player, they'll be splitting up $29.60 on that must go. Good job to both of our winners as we now get enrolled into our game number 12 of Game Day Bingo. Getting enrolled into this game 12, we have a 62 ball or less minor prize that's already over $140 and growing as we get enrolled into this upcoming game. We got $1,857 available on the major prize at 49 balls or less, and a mega prize of $10,000 you can take home in 45 balls or less. As we get after it, I would like to talk about some Vikings news, as veteran defensive lineman Harrison Phillips is the Minnesota Vikings pick for the 2023 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award. On Tuesday morning, the team officially announced the nomination for an award considered the league's most prestigious honor. The award recognizes NFL players who not only show excellence on the field, but also impact lives and communities outside the game. Vikings owner and president Mark Wilf says the team is proud of Phillips and his wife for their immediate impact in the Twin Cities area. Definitely an awesome one there. He's one of those guys that he made a big impact. He was always up for this award when he was over with Buffalo, and he's going to continue to be about that when he's here in Minnesota as well, as he's just one of those great guys that's all about giving back to his community. And that's one of the reasons why I love having him on this roster outside of just his really good football play. He's a really good dude to just have in Minnesota. Well, we want as many of those good dudes nice and healthy for us heading into this upcoming week. So hopefully this bye week has done us right as we're getting ready for the Raiders this Sunday, and it should be a matchup at 3:05. Should be a fun matchup for our Vikings, as we're hoping to be able to get a nice win there, as Raiders are a team that are similar in record to us, 5-7, compared to our 6-6. Those Raiders are on a little bit of a losing stretch as they've lost back-to-back games to the Dolphins and Chiefs, but that's not surprising, really, as the Chiefs and Dolphins are two very good teams. They have beat the teams that they're supposed to beat, as they beat the Jets in on November 12th and the Giants on November 5th. But hopefully we can take advantage of that. They haven't beat any of the really good teams this year. And hopefully we can end up, sneaking away a win against those Raiders as we continue to push at the end portion of this season. Still have a shot to make the playoffs if we can win a few of these really tough win games, as we got Bengals coming up, which should be a good matchup for us as they're missing Joe Burrow. Two matchups with the Lions, which is going to be tough. But that Packers game, again, if we can get a win there, if we can win the Raiders, Bengals, and Vikings, and Packers, even if we lose our two matchups with the Lions, we should be in a pretty good spot to, at least vie for a playoff spot. So it should be some interesting stuff. We definitely need a win this weekend against those Raiders at 3:05. Send some luck over to our Vikings by playing the great E-Tab game, Vikings victory. Book a letter in the skull bonus round and see if you could take home some jackpot prizes. We are working in this game right here as we're waiting to see who's going to take home this nice prize. as we might not even be able to see who takes home our jackpot prize in this game, as it doesn't look like a ball will be dropping, as it looks like it's going to be glitching out on me. That is disappointing. Well, too bad, too sad. We'll be moving on to the Lucky Four screen with you guys as we wait to see who takes home that nice prize in that great game of Game Day Bingo that you guys just were playing. In that game, it looks like it did close up as we saw a jackpot prize get split up between Ashley over the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls and our Burgundy over at American Legion Brooklyn Center. Good job. Both of them taking home $106 in that awesome final game of Game Day Bingo. Enjoy this awesome game of Lucky Four Bingo with over $85,000 available in this upcoming matchup. Should be some really fun stuff. As you guys get after some great bingo, though, I would like to highlight Critchie over at the Wild Bills Sports Saloon Woodbury, who took home $17,000 this weekend. And over at the Wild Bills Sports Saloon Woodbury, they support the Woodbury Athletic Association. This association puts on travel baseball, travel softball, in-house and travel basketball, flag, tackle football, recreational soccer, track and field, and many other youth programs that go and affect your guys' kids, which is huge stuff in your community. So that's just a reminder that whenever you play pilot games, your community wins. Have a nice Lucky Four bingo.